Let's head back south now. We heard of one voice in Bromley outside number 10. Let's hear another now. Daniel Madley from Daniel's of Bromley Jewellers, who can join us down there in Bromley in Kent. Thank you very much indeed for your time. Just give us a little pen portrait of your circumstances at the moment with this charge coming in today.
Yes, I've been here for 35 years. We've been trading out of Bromley as a manufacturing and retail jewellers. We've got through the pandemic, we've got through the depression, but this, I think, will actually break us. I am really, really fearful for what might happen in the future and the lack of customers that always came into the shop, always travelled here by their own transport. But now, once they've got to pay £12.50 a day, I think it will stop them coming.
OK, so it's not necessarily what you're having to pay out yourself in getting from A to B and delivering various items. It's actually the customers coming into Bromley. Yeah,
that's one angle. The other angle is, yes, it's costing me, or it would have cost me, £80-something a week, because I come into Bromley 7 days a week. My car that I had before wasn't ULEZ compliant, so what I had to do was sell it for a fraction of the money and then buy a new car, and it works out to £110 a week for finance, and less the £80, I've ended up buying a brand new car for something like £35 a week. So in one way I've gained, but it's not right. It shouldn't have to be. I love my old car, but unfortunately it's gone and I've got another car.
When you hear about the health warnings, though, that come with the risk of air pollution, do you not think, Daniel, that is a legitimate argument, especially, you know, if you've got children with severe asthma or you're a severe asthma sufferer yourself?
I am an asthma sufferer myself. I've got long-term COVID, but yes, I agree. Inner London, in the inner London, yes. But when you come to places like Bromley, Orpington, I now live in Chelsfield, there's so many open spaces, it doesn't really ring true. And again, if he was serious, he would have just banned all of them, not put a charge on them. So again, it is a money-making machine. And I'm afraid it's going to affect so many people, not just in the zone, but people that come from Ashford, Maidstone, Mepham. They're going to go somewhere else. They'll probably go to the Blue Water or Lakeside, and it's just going to take money away from Bromley.
Now, one of the criticisms as well, Daniel, was that in the preparation for this, that you know, there was a lack of public transport infrastructure. What's your assessment of how people can get to, you know, from A to B in Bromley using buses or even other forms like trains and so on?
Well, the trains have never been a problem. Buses, from what I've seen, there's plenty of buses. As I say, I've moved to Chelsfield Village in the last 6 months, and from Chelsfield to Orpington, there's plenty of buses. So again, that don't ring true. But so it's just going to affect the people, especially the older person. Sorry.
No, sorry, Daniel. I was just trying to just be clear. So there are plenty of buses, so people could get on public transport to come and see you.
Yes, in the immediate area of Bromley, yes, that's not a problem. But that's not where a lot of our customers come from.
Right.
So a lot of our customers come from the southeast of England.
OK. OK.
So looking at, you know, you've sort of worked out your numbers in terms of buying your car, and you've obviously saved a little bit not having to spend on the ULEZ. But looking at the business itself, what sort of hit could you be taking, do you think, in this next 12 months?
Well, obviously we've got to wait and see, but I anticipate at least a 20% decrease. And something like that in our day and age, you can't sustain it. We're always fighting to do things and to up everything.
Do you have staff that you employ as well, Daniel? I mean, might you have lost staff because of this charge being imposed?
Well, that will happen. I've got 3 staff at the moment. One of my staff, she's going to have to pay the ULEZ charge 6 days a week. Her car doesn't comply. She can't afford to buy a new car. So at the end of the day, she'll either have to give up work which is not right, and then she'll probably go and claim benefits. And again, that puts pressure on the government. So they didn't really think it through. It would have been nice if they would have given us more warning, or even, as I've heard other people say, that like £2.50 a week to get you used to it, and then gradually
a stepped increase, maybe.
A sliding scale, yeah.
Just come in, yes, yeah. Instead of just coming in with £12.50 a day. I mean, it's outrageous, really. You probably can't see the frustration that I've got, but believe me, I am frustrated, and there's nothing we can do. And in actual fact, it makes you, and I'm sad to say it makes you want to go out and commit crime. It's wrong, but that's what it makes you do.
Daniel, thank you very much indeed for updating us there with the position at Daniel of Bromley Jewellers.
Very difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, just to update you, in fact, there are quite a few cameras there apparently in Bromley that have had red paint over the lenses. I think that's what Daniel was relating to there, that there's been some instances of some vandalism there. We'll update you, of course, as we get more.
It sounds like the reaction from people would be quite different if it had been handled slightly better, like what he talked about, the stepped increase.
Yeah. But just to update you, Labour indicating that the whole idea of ULEZ, they say, was introduced under the Conservative mayor, a certain Boris Johnson, and that the initial expansion of the scheme was suggested by a Conservative government. Add that to the mix.